Right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a recording of Salt and Bitterness, or Bitter and Saltiness. I can't remember what I called these. It's actually been like a couple of weeks since we've done one of these. And let's start off with some notes. First off, my cool Final Fantasy One Warrior of Light shirt that I got this week. That's pretty cool. Second of all, the music in this video, for people who are curious, is from Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. In celebration of the fact that Nintendo has finally shown off a trailer for Metroid Prime 4, which looks absolutely awesome, and I'm so excited for it. Like Marvel Capcom 2, it is coming back on Switch this fall. Fantasian from Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobuo Uematsu. Uh, all of that stuff is great, and I'm super happy about that. So I want, I guess we're starting this video off with a little bit of positivity before I get into grievances. Uh, because I do think these videos are important to let people air their grievances in the comments. Usually there's a lot more people that chime in with this kind of stuff, which I think is, it doesn't hurt anyone else. If other of you disagree with this video or the content in this video, that's fine. If, just do it in a respectful way. As for, like, some of us just got some grievances and we just want to talk about them. That's what this video is. So other than that, this week I have been doing a lot of streaming Marvel Snap and finding, a new audience for myself that is watching my video or watching my live streams. And that's great. Because that's one of the things I want to talk about. Streaming Wotv doesn't feel rewarding at all anymore. And I don't blame people. Most people have moved on. One of the reasons why I'm recording this right now in the middle of the week before this is going up on the weekend is because I'll be playing Elden Ring, and a ton of people will probably be playing Elden Ring. And cool, man. That's going to be awesome. The reviews sound fantastic for that shit. But this is one of the things that is in this video, is talking about grievances, is about the fact that we don't get live streams anymore. FFA didn't get a live stream. It got no hype whatsoever. And to be fair, while it is kind of just a, content to fill the void, which is one of the things I advocated for, over the last few years of Wotv, we've had really a good number of live streams, which are hype builders, even if they don't bring in record numbers of people. This is something I'm still grieving on, is the fact that we just don't get live streams anymore, and it sucks for a whole bunch of reasons. This kind of disinterests the community. It doesn't give us anything to kind of look forward to. It feels like nothing anymore is even worthy of a live stream, and that's really awful. Like, you're trying to sell people on shit, and the live streams are a community thing where people get together and feel like they have a method of communication directly with the the game developers and everything like that, or at least the creative heads. It's not good that we've seen live streams essentially drop to nothing in terms of, like, even announcing like old collaborations or anything like that. It's awful, and it's kind of just killed pretty much everything in terms of live streaming desire for me for this. And yeah, I mean, it's my YouTube video. Of course, I'm going to be talking about my own experience, but not having those live streams, not having a way of injecting like those resources for free to players, not building any kind of hype for people to really care about stuff. I think there's a massive load of issues as to them not doing this, and just it feeling kind of poopy. And at the end of the day, it sucks. Like, as a content creator, it's hard enough to hype. Like this week, my video talking about the update or just the stuff that's coming to global or whatever, it's just a fat burst of nothing. Like, it really is. And it's getting harder and harder to do content like this. Like, yeah, global is going to be getting the Gilgamesh, which, yay, but also kind of not yay, like, because it's just, oh, it everything just feels so unhyped and so not getting any attention anymore. And again, I don't feel like they have to do this shit. I don't feel like they have to make this 3 hour long live streams and try and bring on talent and voice actors, but do something, because holy cow, is this just lazy. It doesn't feel, and before people start saying EOS, end of service, end of service, end of service, it's not that. It's just nobody cares anymore. Like, viewership is essentially down. Nobody's watching the content as much as they used to. Most people are just kind of bored with the game, and why blame them? Because it feels like the devs are bored with the game too. It can't do anything, can't put anything out, can't do anything interesting, so might as well just have nothing then. Cool. Wotv will end not on a grand thing like some other games have ended upon, but with a giant flaccid fart. Way to go. Anyway, so let's talk about the next thing, which is my week with PvP. Recently, again, I've been busy streaming other stuff. I really have kind of given up on Cypher and anything to do with FF8. Like, I tried a little bit for just to see if I could get anything, and I got nothing. So I've been just like, might as well just save my resources. Because boy, oh boy, do I just feel not interested in playing the game after a week of class match. Class match has been miserable, to say the least. I don't think that my MMR is that high because I'm not that great of a player, believe it. I just haven't put that much effort in recently. But when you're doing class match and you're ranked about 3,000th overall, and you're getting matched constantly above 1,000 or higher, wow, hasn't been a great experience for me this week. Just in general, feeling really, really frustrated with the process of having to go and do this for Fire Veritas medals, or just in general, because, you know, I did finally, like, normally with these kind of PvP things, I'm mostly just out of it. And this time I've tried to put a little more effort in because I put more effort into certain characters. And it's just, it feels awful from my time this week doing this, where it's like constantly against people who have way more Hollow Vision cards and have all the extra bonuses and are just higher spenders. And this is something that I thought was going to happen, and it essentially has. I guess a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way, but just the division of power is much bigger than just having Sephiroth and not having Sephiroth, because my matches have been very clearly just not going my way. And then there's just a few other things of doing just regular arena, going up against Luciel and losing a bunch just because of cheesing the turn counter, which I think is really lame. I don't like that. Even this week, like, one of the things that was a very negative experience for me was going up against a team with a 107 Earth Veritas. Oh, 107 Earth Veritas, where, first off, like, that is like, I guess, congratulations on getting some medals. Must be nice. But then it was just like an Ashen Mont as well as a Squall at 140 and losing quite bad to it. And this isn't something like, wow, I think I can learn something here, like Squall's really good or whatnot. It's just, well, went up against a whale. Even bad characters or mid characters are just so much better than even my top characters in that. And synergy, whatever, be damned. Like, you can't go back and really gain too much in terms of really reviewing that. But just this week in Wotv has felt really, really negative because as a JP player right now, there's nothing that I have gleaned this week or really learned that makes me feel like I can play this game better, except for, well, spend more money, but even then, you're already so far behind, it doesn't even matter. And to just reflect this, again, with my guild, more and more people are just feeling more and more totally checked out with this game. And I too am getting to that point. Like, I right now want to take an entire month off of Wotv and just not even give a shit about it. Like, that's how generally frustrated I am. So, airing of grievances, salty and bitterness, whatever. I know. There's no point in really whinging or complaining about this, except for the fact that it fills me making a YouTube video and giving people a place to air their own grievances. Just this week of like content feeling incredibly unexciting, where the devs don't seem to care about it that much, which is making it more difficult for me to care about it that much. And then also just finally tried a little bit with PvP. I feel just incredibly burned by the experience of the MMR and matchmaking and RNG and luck, and sometimes it's just what you gonna do. You just did it at the wrong time. If you did your polls at a different time, you would have gotten 7 copies of Cypher in a single poll, but you didn't, did you? And that's the thing. It just feels bad. That's been my week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Air your grievances in a generally nice way. And if you disagree with me about any of the stuff, please leave it in the comments below in a respectful way. Anyway, keep your stick on the ice. We're all in this together.